Good morning. It's Wednesday. Welcome to the Code Talk Coffee and Blunts Morning Show. I'm your host, Victor Vinziant, and I will be joined shortly by none other than Mr. SLP himself, as he is coming into the picture. What's going on with it? You close that door for me, sir. Yeah. So it's hump day, and it's a perfect time to look forward and look back. And a lot has happened, I'm sure, in everybody else's life because information comes to us faster than we've ever anticipated. And this is the show where we try to catch up in the middle of the week and see what we got going forward, man. So how you doing this morning, brother?
I'm all right.
Yeah?
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Man, every Wednesday is a pleasure to connect with you, brother. And you know what I'm saying? And have a I treat this platform like it's just group therapy, man.
Yeah.
Like even if you don't have the words for whatever you got going on, sometimes you just need to be around good people just because, that helps, solve your issues, help you think better. Because we don't need anybody to come solve our problems for us. We just need, a room to, put a plan together.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, what you got going on, at this point? What I miss? Besides this cold weather that we experiencing,
Yeah, man, it's cold weather. Cold weather, just a reminder how you got the word of the day is preparation.
Yeah.
So you got to prepare for the cold weather. You got to prepare for the heat.
When it's coming.
You got to prepare for anything you do in life. Like you got to go get your driver's license. Mm-hmm. Somebody out there got to go get their driver's license. You got to have the paperwork together. You got to have the right documents. You want to go get your passport. You need the right documents.
Yep.
You're trying to go get married. You got to have some documents. Trying to get a divorce. You got to have some documents.
Yeah. Some documents and some papers.
You got to definitely be prepared for whatever you're trying to get into.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people, they say they want something, but they don't know what exactly all the stuff that happens, like the details.
Mm-hmm.
They just look at the big picture, but they gotta think about the small steps to equal out to the detail, to the big picture.
Yeah, just like when we were talking on the drive over, like, I think that people take manifestation a lot differently from, person to person, but like everything you do is a manifestation of, the overall thing you're trying to accomplish,
Mm-hmm.
and it just ain't overnight, man. Just nothing. If it happened overnight, it's not worth having.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know anybody that's successful that something just happened overnight. You know what I'm saying? Unless they was like a prop or something,
Right.
But it's only so long that you can pretend that it just happened overnight. So we everything we do, we chip away at what we want to become.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, with manifestation, it's like first of all, you gotta come up with the idea.
Yeah.
Then after the idea, you gotta put that shit. You gotta work toward that idea.
Right.
Just because you say something don't mean that it's just gonna happen because you said it. But what people don't see is the details, is the progress, it's the little hits, it's a little chip away.
Right. Every time.
It's a little run up the middle for 2 yards.
Mm-hmm.
It's another one for 4 yards. It's another one for 4 yards. You got first down.
Yeah.
You can move the chain.
It's a little bit of time every day, man, and so it's you just can't keep, like you're not gonna get it by succumbing to the small infractions that hold you up.
Yeah, hold you up, hold you back. It's called an obstacle. They're gonna be there.
They part for the course.
Be formed, but they're not gonna. They shouldn't penetrate. You know they out there, but if you prepare and you got a lot of love, a lot of trust in the Lord, then you can see it through. I don't like the people that have faith and believe in superstitions. Like, damn, listen, all glory goes to God. You can't be worried about superstition. Who you praying to?
Yeah.
You're going to give him his flowers and then you're going to take them away?
I think superstition is just, a coping mechanism for fear.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Then what is faith then? Faith is supposed to be the coping mechanism.
Faith is supposed to be reinforcement of.
Oh, reinforcement.
Reinforcement for what you believe. That's why it's called faith. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because you either got faith or you got fear. Because both are intangible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, one is on the positive side, the disciplined side of discussion, and then the other is on the undisciplined, fearful. Everything on is fear and lack.
Yeah.
So, when you still sit back and think about it, it's like, if I'm superstitious, it's because I'm already thinking that what goes around comes around. And most people, when they think about that, they think about it on a negative side. But if you've done too much good in the world and you faithful, you know what I'm saying, for in what you do, why wouldn't you get anything positive back? Why wouldn't?
Because they see that the word karma, they only think karma is a town and they got one-way street. You see what I'm saying? Karma a two-way street.
Yeah.
They just think it's a dead end and it's one way.
Yeah.
And it ain't. You see what I'm saying?
Like, if you can you believe in forgiveness and karma?
Come on, man.
About
grace and karma.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, when you, like, it's just about the word choice. You know what I'm saying? Because when you hear karma, you hear people that's really already guilty of something.
That's a negative connotation.
Exactly. Like, you already hear somebody, when somebody talks more about karma than faith, then they're already talking about, retribution for something that they did.
Mm-hmm.
Or they worried about something that's coming, you know what I'm saying, from a fearful state of mind. There's certain words you don't use when you're in a positive mindset.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in a disciplined mindset, positive mindset, the things you want are closer to you. You know what I'm saying? The things you deserve are closer to you. You only can have what you earn and what you deserve, right?
What you work for.
What you work for, because that's the part of earning. You know what I'm saying? So, like, discipline is the only word that should be the foundation of actually accomplishing something.
Well, you just start a job and just at the orientation, just ask, hey, after this interview, let me get paid.
Yeah, and see how it goes.
Let me get my 40-hour check.
Yeah,
like the one that you're gonna keep. Let me get that.
Yeah, advance me.
Yeah.
Advance me on work I have yet to do.
Right. And that's exactly what people be feeling and thinking, and I don't know why or how they think like that.
Yeah, and
because the math got the math.
The math got the math, and the thing is, people want advances on, on their potential,
mm-hmm.
but they haven't shown any potential. Mm-hmm. Like, they want advances on their verbalized potential. Anybody can be whatever they say they want to be. That's why, like, when you hear people say you can be what you want to be, yeah, because you can make it up.
Well, I'm an astronaut.
and you're bad at math. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, you can't. Which one is it?
Right.
It's just certain. Like, you got boundaries, you got limitations. There's certain things you just can't do.
I can drive. I just can't parallel park.
Yeah, but you might be a NASCAR driver. You don't see them having to stop.
Mm-mm. They just go straight.
They just ride it till the tires come off of it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, you can, in effect, be whatever you claim you want to be, but what work are you doing to fuse that idea with the effort that you put with it, and what do you get out of it? So if you got more conversation and outcomes, You know what I'm saying? At some point, you got to figure out how to adjust the two. You know what I'm saying? So one reflects the other. That's why some people have way more to talk about and have way less on the resume to show. You know what I'm saying? They get further and further apart the longer you talk about it, until you become it. And when you become it, it's because you finally put what you think, how you feel, with what you done all in the same bowl and stirred it up. And we just been stirring.
Yeah.
We just been stirring for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Now you gotta wish me some.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't even know what the label was. You know what I'm saying?
Mystery meat stew.
That's
hot roast. What kind of meat is
it? Yeah. Guess loaf.
Right. Guess a whole lot of
guess. Yeah. It's guess whatever it is. And eventually you either gonna get what you earn, and you're gonna get what you put in.
Yeah, or you're gonna just get the scraps. Everybody else works, and then they didn't want it, so you just pick that up.
Yeah. So yeah, man, like the words you choose, they've you're the only person with dominion over the words that you choose to describe what your value is.
You're the only person that really can control your life, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're supposed to be the CEO of your life. You're supposed to be the founder of your life. You're supposed to be the boss of your life, of your business. You got to maintain it. So if your life is fucked up, look in the mirror and blame you.
Nobody else did that but you.
Yeah, you guys make better decisions.
Yeah,
and I ain't gonna say everything is gonna be smooth. It ain't gonna be bumpy. However, you gotta make more better decisions rather than not calculated, spontaneous, hasty.
Man.
You can't be doing all these choices. And then people be in a relationship, they choose their partner really quick, but they want to spend forever with them. That don't make any sense.
Nah.
You just don't go take a test and be a police officer. It take time.
Bruh,
so with the same time with your life partner and whoever you trying to be with, sometimes just slow down, just take your time. And if they rushing it, hey, let them go. Because you got to understand that I can't afford to make any more bad decision, fumble the ball at the 1 yard line. Like, you right there at the goal line, all you got to do is don't celebrate. Just get in there.
Yeah.
But you want to celebrate.
You want to take your helmet off.
Yeah. Now what you got? A safety?
Yeah. Like you got a squandered opportunity.
Yeah, you could have had a touchdown. You just giving away 2 free points.
Yeah. And giving your advantage away.
Yeah.
Because the advantage is psychological too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
mindset, how you look at things.
I'm telling you, bro, like ever since I did a lot of research on, like what people gravitate towards, and everybody wants a different change in their life. They know the mindset comes with that. But I think more people focus on the mindset change than the solution. When you start trying to define what a solution actually looks like and what it requires to do, there's no problem that you can solve without discipline as the foundation.
Definitely gotta have this.
It's just like you can't solve a problem being distracted.
Gotta have this.
You can't take the correct step, and even if you take, your attention can be perfect, but even if you make a mistake, the ability to correct yourself comes from being disciplined. Mm-hmm. Because you ain't perfect, the situation ain't perfect, people ain't perfect. It's too many things that have to go. Like if it's all lined up the right way, that's when I think it's divine order at that point. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, it was meant for you to talk to this person. It was meant for you to be right here. All the work you did back this time. All of the ingredients. Yeah. Everybody that played you. Every negative thing that you had to sit with for a long time. That was your prison. Mm-hmm. That was your confinement to that moment. You know what I'm saying? And then once you get the solution and you have the means to act on it, then you don't have problems. You only have a problem when you don't have the resource to deal with the issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that might be information, that might be money, that might be people, it might be time. There's always something, you know what I'm like that's in lack. But in preparation, that's where all your discipline is invested. That way, when the situation come up, you got, you know what I'm saying, like the muscle memory on how to react to something. This is what training. and that's kind of like the cheat code for a lot of vet. And to like, and good morning to everybody that's down joining too. The cheat code that a lot of veterans already have is that we've already been trained and disciplined, you know what I'm saying, to a certain standard. And we respect protocol, because if it gets results, you got to submit to higher information. That's just what life is in general.
Yeah, if it work, it work.
It work. You know what I'm saying? Like you can pick and choose, and you say, well, I could have never served, and that's fine. But if you got a job or a career, you operate within those guidelines too, in order to do what you got. Even if you're an entrepreneur, you have to have your own set of principles that guide the business that you do.
Gotta have discipline.
You still gonna have to have discipline.
Ain't gonna go off the ground.
Discipline is really like the only policy. Yeah. Like that's the most effective policy. You know what I'm saying? When you get down to it, it doesn't matter where you go, because number one, we don't own anything. We don't own anything but our five senses. And because you don't own anything, nobody owes you nothing. Those two things exist at the same time, just like, you know what I'm saying, two wings on the same bird, you know? So like you got the good and the bad, and you got the things that you can see and things you can't see. You got, you know, like you got the unpredictable, and that's where research comes in what you're doing to try to prepare yourself. And then when you have an unpredictable moment, something that's out of your control, then that's when your resiliency comes in, your belief system. That's when all that stuff really, like when people say, yeah, my faith was tested, you know, this, that, and the other, you know, that's what they're talking about. Because if you don't have none of that, when you meet adversity, how do you respond to it? You ain't never been tested. You ain't proven. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't even proven to yourself. So nobody else is gonna invest in people that haven't been proven and tested by their own standards and metrics, because there's a lot of stuff that can just happen to you and to you only, and nobody else knows about it, and nobody else knows that you're walking around carrying it. Mm-hmm. But discipline is going to determine how you carry yourself through that adversity, you know? So, you know, to everybody tuning in, welcome to the Code Talk Morning Show. You know, this is the place for accountable masculinity. We had the first conversation of the day, which is in the middle of the week, and we discuss, you know what I'm saying, like how we overcome and deal with the things that bother us, the things that other people can learn from, and to let other people know that you ain't out there by yourself. And, you know, this is where, you know, like the networking really takes place, you know, because you got to have like-minded people to network. So, you know, you bring a solution to the discussion, you know, because 2024 is solutions only. Solutions only. I don't want to deal with, everybody got problems. I don't want to deal with nobody else's individual problems.
Yeah. And what gives you the right to feel like every time you have a problem, you want to call me?
Come on.
And then you don't never really want to hear what like the positive side of it. You just want to just soak in the negativity and bathe in it, and don't call my phone. Mm-hmm. A matter of fact, I'm all 24 and beyond. I'm not even answering your call.
The problems you got from 2022 and 2023, I'm not interested in.
But nobody care about your problem.
Because nobody care about your problem.
Yeah, like you got to figure it out. It's really not even a problem. Yep. It's just without, like I said, without the test, you can't have a testimony.
Man, come on.
You gotta pick a side.
Shout out to Luna Love. She says, what gives them the right is you allowing it. Absolutely. You got to be conscious of the problems that you allow into your life. And when you connect with people, their problem is your problem.
Yeah.
That they unseen problem that they haven't seen yet is your problem too.
Yeah.
So
stop answering the call.
And
stop entertaining the foolishness.
Yep.
Let them figure it out.
Yeah.
Because they want attention now.
Yep.
They don't want a solution.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Luna.
Yeah. Luna is
love.
Yeah. She had a I think she in Charlotte, and I know she does a lot of content too, and looking forward to working with her in the future. You know what I'm saying, on similar topics or whatever. So, like I got to thinking about. I was a little late. Delayed. I was late coming up with this week's topic because I know most of the time this is just free flowing conversation, and I really wanted to create a theme. You know what I'm saying, for this year and beyond. And it's the first month of the year, so I want to focus on having conversations that are associated with solutions. I don't want no more gossip, no more bickering. And that's not even what this platform is about. But the things that you're tired of, you have to do the opposite to keep those people away from you. And you got to be true to yourself, and you can't pretend that somebody's behavior around you is just isolated to them, because eventually you're gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, you got to deal with it.
And the only reason you can say that and agree with it is because you've seen it, you've experienced it. You know what I'm saying?
Still entertaining,
and you still entertain it. You're gonna have to deal with it.
If you cut it off,
yeah,
let it be known. Hey, get your shit together. You're gonna continue this friendship, whatever ship this is. You're gonna have to.
You got to make some adjustments.
Pull your weight.
Yeah.
You just taking away my charge.
Yeah, for real.
You ain't recharging me at all.
Taking away my charge, man. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta get yourself some more boost.
For real, man. It's like,
can't get it from me.
It's it's like, even when you're saying it, you feel like a hypocrite, because you speak from it. When you speak from experience, it's because, you know what I'm saying, you had to be a hypocrite at some point, because once you started recognizing what the standard was, and then knowing the adjustments you had to make and start pulling away, you start recognizing the older version of yourself that was more naive than the newer version of you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And those people and the people that's been around you, they're gonna say he changed what he's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And if you saying somebody's changed and you feel some kind of way about that, it's because you're not changing.
Same tree, different leaves.
That's it.
You gotta make change, man.
Yeah.
And the tree preparing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Look, I wrote an analogy.
For new growth.
I wrote an analogy in my first book, The Code, about trees, roots, branches, and leaves. Like, there's people that represent each one of those characteristics of the tree, right? Some people got roots. Some people got, like branches.
The ancestor is the root.
Yeah. And the ancestor, it could be the root.
Martin Luther King.
Who
the root?
Who
would have been 95.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dr. Martin.
Yeah. For real. You know what I'm saying? We just celebrated his birthday, and I don't want to let that moment pass either.
Mm-hmm.
But you can assign a value to the roots, the tree, the characteristics of the tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you want your roots to be, you choose that. Now, when you start measuring from the root and where it goes and who's, part of the infrastructure of that tree, then you have to look at what you're rooted in. If you know what I'm saying, if from the root to the fruit, if the fruit you keep getting, from the tree ain't no good or is never producing, what you're rooted in.
Yeah. That's some bad soil.
You might be in the wrong soil, because you might have strong roots in the wrong soil. So when you start talking about the people that are branches in your life, branches can cause a lot of damage.
Yeah, it can fall on your house.
It can fall on your house. It can fall on somebody else's house.
It can fall on your car.
And what's worse,
it can fall on you.
Man, it can fall on you. And then your leaves, they change with the seasons.
You gotta rake them up.
You gotta rake them up.
Yeah. You gotta wake them up, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, and certain trees produce certain fruit,
Yeah.
and some environments can't grow. You know what I'm saying? You can't produce certain fruit in certain environments.
Yeah.
So, the tree of your individual life, where is it planted?
Yeah.
What you rooted on? You know what I'm saying? Is the fruit that you're producing undisciplined fruit?
Is the tree too close to the house?
Come on. Is it around too many other trees that's not allowing, you know what I'm saying, your roots to be strong as they need to be?
Or you might be a tree, but you might now be in the ocean.
You could do that too. You know, are you in places where your tree can be watered? Can it be nurtured?
Too much water to kill it.
Too much water kill it too. You could definitely, you know what I'm saying, especially if you're in a place where it gets inundated with water.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be careful where you planted it and what you rooted on. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta know your environment.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important part about the concept of a tree analogy is that where are you growing?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you growing? You know, and who is doing the maintenance?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can let the wrong branch get too long, and you can see, yeah, hey, look, this was starting out low,
mm-hmm.
and
it's all over the power line.
It's all over the power line now.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying, like, the branches are dangerous, bro. Like when they growing from the wrong spot,
Mm-hmm.
you can't save them all, because just because you think it looks pretty now, what happens when, you know what I'm saying, it's 10 years from now?
You gotta trim your branches.
You gotta trim your branches, and now the branch is over somebody else's property. You got one unpredictable event, bad weather, branch breaks, hurt somebody else in another, you know what I'm saying, place, damages some property, get some people injured, and now you got the insurance involved, and you got a whole different bag of tricks at this point because you let the branch get too long. And I think everybody can kind of relate to that. Everybody's seen that. Everybody's had that journey and that experience. And if you haven't, you probably the branch.
Yeah.
You probably the branch that damaged somebody else's property, somebody else's relationships, somebody else's opportunities, and you didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Because you undisciplined. See, when you undisciplined, you don't know, you know what I'm saying, the damage that you cause. You think everybody else is responsible for, you know what I'm saying, for your behavior or your outcome, or, you know, like the people that say, I didn't tell you to do that. When somebody was doing for you.
Right.
You already doing for them.
Instead of saying, you know what, I really appreciate this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Now your ego involved.
Now your ego involved.
Hey, I didn't tell you to do that.
Yeah, when you make a mistake with somebody else's.
Now my money that you owe me funky.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm crazy for or I'm entitled for asking, you know what I'm saying, you to, you know what I'm saying, for my shit back. I gotta borrow my shit back.
I gotta borrow my shit back.
And I
gotta go to your house.
I gotta go to your house
pick up my shit
and get it back.
Steal my shit back.
And I gotta listen to you be disrespectful too, because you undisciplined.
You know, or trying to go find it and you don't even know where it's at. Now you lost my shit. You had it so long.
Yeah. Let's see what we got, Luna. Environment is stronger than willpower. And most people are afraid to uproot themselves because the environment is familiar and change is unknown. Being comfortable with being uncomfortable is a practice. That is absolutely true. We just talked about, man, you got to be tested.
Gotta be tested, man.
Like your basic environment is a given. It's like if life is a game, right?
That's level one.
That's level one. Level one is your basic environment. And even if you dominate your environment, it's still level one. You're supposed to.
Yeah.
Can you take what you know how to do and take it somewhere else? You know what I'm saying? Can you duplicate that? if you can do it in the physical world, can you do it in the virtual world? Because that's its own thing too, you know.
Or if you did it one time, you can
Or,
do it again.
Yeah.
Do it somewhere else, but do it again.
And you know, like, there's many things that I want to accomplish, right? In this space, in terms of like intellectual property, brand building, scaling, advertising, and you know, in conjunction with everything else that I've done in the past, right? This is still a challenge because this is territory.
Yeah, it's new.
It's new. You know what I'm saying? And so I think I get a little bit better at it every time I do it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not from episode to episode, you know what I'm saying? But incrementally it's improving. Because if you go back and look at what you was doing in 2019 and what you're doing right now, it's gonna have a whole different type of effect, because you might have a conversation today. This part may not go the way we want it to go. You know what I'm saying? In comparison to what the topic was or whatever we discussed. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, like when you plan something, the opposite happens, or the best unexpected, like great things can happen unexpectedly too. But if you discipline though, and you stay consistent about what you're doing, the opportunity for something greater to happen is a lot higher than it would if you inconsistent. I can't ask y'all to show up every week if I don't show up every week. And if I ask you to show up every week and support, it doesn't matter if you show up or not, because I'll be here. You know what I'm saying? I only owe myself this commitment on this day, and it is not for everyone else. It could be if you want to be, but if you don't want to be, that's fine, you know. But I made a promise to myself, and I gotta have the discipline to do that. I don't need somebody else's, you know, hopes and dreams to perform my own. And everybody should think that way. Everybody should be on some like-minded wavelength if they really truly trying to accomplish something.
You gotta stop lying to yourself.
Stop lying to yourself. Stop all your pump faking.
If you shoot the damn ball,
come on, man. You got to show up.
You got one job, man.
You got to show up. You got to be ready. And the thing is, when you show up, you honoring the promise that you made to yourself. When you don't show up, that's something that you got to have a conversation with internally. You know, like every time, like, and all of us had this, just like we were talking about before, like, just because you discipline don't mean you perfect. But when you make a mistake, you got the resilience to recover. The undisciplined person does not have the same resilience as the disciplined person. I don't care how you slice it, you know. So it takes discipline. Again, it's one of those, like, I love this comment from Luna about environment is stronger than willpower. Environment has influence over you, whether you discipline or undisciplined. How you deal with the environment
is the willpower.
Is the willpower, and you can't have willpower without discipline. There's no such thing as willpower and being undisciplined being compatible. There's almost like no way to, again, achieve something successfully while being undisciplined. And reaching, you know what I'm saying, the potential that you can't reach your full potential when you being undisciplined. By nature of the word, the two letters on the front, mean is coming from lack. So you're already working with half the ingredients. You're already working with missing pieces. So you're just performing. You're not living it. When you discipline, you live what you're doing. When you undisciplined, you're just performing.
And I want to say that everybody has some discipline, because guess what? You go to that job.
You got a job. Your alarm clock go on.
You hate that job. You hate the people at the job. You work every day. You go every day.
Yep.
So you got some discipline. You just need to reroute that shit into you. Now you got all these bills and shit, and you got to pay these bills. So you need a job, but you hate the job. You either get you another job, or try to find something that can turn that frown, into a smile. Like, there's too much stress out here, anxiety, heart attack, stroke, all this other.
Especially in the 40s, man.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people just dropping dead because they overworking. You got to find a good balance of work and home, and whatever home look like, make it healthy. You know what I'm saying? Then you can get somewhere. Now you can't get nowhere if you don't never start. But you got to be disciplined. You get the start, and then you got to be consistent.
Yep.
And then you got to keep doing it every day. Got to keep on doing it. When ain't nobody looking, you got to keep on doing it. You got to go out there and get it. That's it. It's just that simple. Even when you don't want to, just go out there and put a little something in there. You want to lose some weight. If you trying to lose some weight, you got to be disciplined. You got to watch what you eat. You got to be, and then you might have to stop going around certain people because they disrespectful to your discipline. You trying to lose some weight, and every time they want to go out and party and have fun, and I can't do that because I'm on a different type of time. I want to lose some weight. You trying to gain weight. You got added calories and some more shit. You don't never go to the gym. Your breath stinks.
You don't drink water.
Your skin messing up. Like, you got a whole lot. You got a rash on your arm.
you got self-inflicted eczema. You know what I'm saying? Because
all because you don't want to listen to your body. You got to eat right.
Got a body full of toxins.
Yeah.
So like. You're right though.
pH balance messed up. BO.
You got
body odor messed up.
You got bad sit down air.
Yeah, your feet hurt. All that shit hurt. It's your body. Your body telling you got your check engine light on. When you gonna take it to the shop?
Yeah. And you look, your body gonna let you know. And that
hair falling out, teeth missing. Come on, man. That get this shit together.
You can tell, like your body gonna tell you that you've been being undisciplined in some kind of way. It's gonna send you some signals. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been ashy for 3 days.
Yeah, man. When you gonna put some lotion on it, man? Exfoliate your skin, right?
Yeah. When are you gonna stop drinking Hennessy with everything that you eat?
Yeah. Raisin Bran and Hennessy.
Yeah, you ain't got enough. You ain't got enough fiber in your diet. You know what I'm saying? When last time you boo boo?
Yeah. A lot of times people don't understand this too. The stuff that you eat, a lot of people don't know that if you eat a meal, you're supposed to use the bathroom.
You're supposed to.
So if you ate 5 meals today, and you only use the bathroom once, something wrong. You got to change your diet.
Yeah, you locking up on the inside.
Yeah. Your brakes are going to give out.
Yeah, everybody want to go fast, but nobody want to stop.
Don't nobody want to stop.
Until it stops for you.
It's a corner up ahead now.
Mm-hmm. And it's L-shaped.
L-shaped corner.
15 miles an hour.
S-shaped.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you gotta bang it. You gotta bang the corner back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. If at some point, if you don't choose discipline, your body gonna make you choose discipline. I went to I went to a mental health appointment yesterday, and trying to set up some more therapy and everything else, right? And like while I was there, when you go to the VA, it's always a different experience because everybody needs something from somebody, and you just never know what people are dealing with. And but we can look at people and say, man, you don't know what they're dealing with, but none of them know what you're dealing with either.
Right.
So you got to be proactive about that. You know what I'm saying? I look at people as like reflections of myself, you know what I'm saying, and what I could have been, what could happen to you, and I don't take it lightly, versus maybe 20 years ago when we were just thinking, way differently about our time, about money, resources, all that stuff, and we were just performing. We was performing the adult part because we knew better, but we wasn't doing what we were supposed to do.
Yeah. It's the first level to adulthood.
The first level to adulthood is knowing better and doing better. You know what I'm saying? And you don't realize how long in your life, man, you just been performing.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it ain't based on nothing, you know what I'm saying, with a plan. Because you can only see so far with only so much experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so like you might give somebody some gems and they might be able to act on them in the short term, but because their life plan hasn't been truly visualized and put together, and they still having too much fun, you know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to have fun, right? But
the key word you just said, too much.
Too much. You gotta have responsible.
You can have fun, but like I said, it gotta be healthy balance. Too much of anything will kill you. I just said that. So too much of fun, that shit that can set you back 10 years.
Toxic. It is like too much of anything is toxic, right? Too much of anything well, I say it like this: too much undisciplined behavior is toxic.
Why do you think that vacation feels so good? Come on, man. All the work you put in, now you only can get about 2 weeks, 10 days, 7 days, 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, 24 hours
man
of some fun. Now I gotta get back on the grind.
Yeah.
Back to reality. You know what I'm saying?
Brother.
So it's all about what you trying to do. That ain't the life I'm trying to live, though.
Mm-mm.
I want to live on vacation. And I ain't talking about having too much fun. It's just doing what the fuck I want to do when I want to do it.
When I get ready, you know. Yeah. That's it.
And it's simple things.
Yeah. The vacation ain't got nothing to do with the location.
No, it's a mindset.
It's a mindset.
Yeah. You can be on vacation, but you still strapped to the desk, to the work, to the laptop. Yeah. I gotta crunch these numbers. I gotta do this. I gotta make sure. Man, I thought you was on vacation. You can't enjoy shit. You can't enjoy. You should have just stayed home.
Just stay home, you know. And I think the vacation is about being available. That's really what it is, man. Because like the best ability over time is availability. Mm-hmm. If you can't be available, then you can't be there. You can't win. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be all you are is potential if you're not available. Because you might know how to do something. You might be good at it. But if you ain't available, who can, you know what I'm saying, who can benefit from it?
Right.
You can't even benefit from it.
Yeah. It's almost like you got a job. You can work 80 hours, but you get paid like $5,000 every 2 weeks.
Oh, man, that's got to be the worst.
But you working, again, 70, 80, 90 hours. So the money look good, but you overwork.
Yeah.
You overwork. So you ain't even being really compensated for all the destruction. Man, I almost crashed my car 5 times this week going to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the offset.
Like, come on, man. Like you gotta find your balance.
Got to. And look, you take, like, nothing's guaranteed. Unpredictable stuff is bound to happen. So you got to figure out where these unpredictable things are more likely to happen in your life. Are they more likely? Well, not even more likely to happen. Not just that. But if they do happen, which mindset do you want to be in order to deal with it? Because the mindset is the main piece of the resource. Because how people solve problems is based on how they think.
Mm-hmm. You definitely got to have a nice, healthy mindset.
Mm-hmm. Hey, shout out to Dee Dee. Good morning. You know, she show up every week. Every week she always present. We appreciate you. You know. Yeah. Like we dig the support. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all share this video on your timeline so somebody can, you know, get some of this. You know what I'm saying? This positive energy and this interaction and stuff. And you know, we just focus on the mindsets that solve problems. Because if it's solutions only, you ain't gonna solve it by being undisciplined. Mm-hmm. You just not. Stuff gonna happen. Things gonna. We human, and we don't control other people. The only thing we own is our 5 senses. and we have to make sense out of our five senses.
Mm-hmm.
What we should be listening to, what we should be saying, what we should be seeing. You know what I'm saying? And what should we be hands on about? What should we be hands off about? You know what I'm saying? What we should micromanage and what we should delegate. All of this stuff is about discipline. Is about minding your business. You
Yeah.
can't be undisciplined and mind your business.
Right. Yeah.
I don't see how you can. Like when you undisciplined and you around other people, you automatically the burden. If somebody looking out for you and you out here moving reckless in the world, you automatically the first burden on a whole bunch of people's life. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like the village is depending on you because all of us got a village that we responsible for. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but if you responsible for your village, but you irresponsible, how like you who is your village depending on? You, or they depending on who you connected to? These are like the true questions that you have to ask. You know what I'm saying? When you really moving in a way where other people depending on you to make the right decisions. You know what I'm saying? And and there's a big difference in, you know what I'm saying, there's a different level of grace when you make a mistake from a place of ignorance because you didn't know. But when you knew better and you go make the same, mistake intentionally, it's not a mistake anymore. It's your behavior. It's who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's too much information in the palm of your hand with a phone to to choose an undisciplined decision.
It can be a bad choice.
You can make a bad choice. Yeah, yeah,
Choice.
all of us. Yeah,
But if you keep making bad choices, it's your 50th bad choice this week.
and it's repeated
And it's
verbatim.
only Wednesday, God.
And you could go back in time and see where you had maybe a completely different situation, but similar chaos, and it came with you know, uh, the same decision making energy. You know what I'm saying? And you just didn't respect it. So that's why you got like fool me once and then fool me twice because it can get more complex. I get it. The same mistake that can cost you down here, can be $1,000 mistake. If you never see it until you get up here because you untested, you can have a $10 million problem up here where somebody will have a $1,000 problem. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same mistake, but because of where it happened, that it costs more.
Mm-hmm.
Problems got different zip codes too. You know what I'm saying? Like property values go off a zip code, right? The value of a problem got the same type of concept. You can your problem in New York is going to be different. It's going to have a different cost. It could be the same problem, but it's going to have a different cost if it's in certain parts of the world.
Mm-hmm. In California in 1990, it had this area. The housing was like $99,000. 1990. 2023, that shit is at 700,000.
Yeah, I remember.
700.
Man, I remember that first housing market crash that we went through back in like
08.
08, 09. I was it was starting to crash in like 06 in California. Like it didn't fully crash until it was like 08. I had got back from I was at Fort Huachuca and I got back from Korea, and it was a bunch of people moving from California selling their houses then to move to Arizona. And they was like selling one house in California and buying like two or three in Arizona.
That's what they're doing now.
And that's what they're doing now. We're seeing the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're leaving California.
Constant migration, And so now you're thinking about that. It's basically about a 12 to 15 year gap when you can kind of anticipate this taking place again. So in 2038, 37, we might be looking at the same situation yet again. You know what I'm saying? So when when I recall that, I saw people making big time adjustments then. But like, if I had the foresight that they had then, if I actually had, somebody that understood what I wasn't in the market then.
You ain't in the market. However, the best time to buy real estate is today.
It's today. Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna go up.
It ain't never going down.
Yeah, and if it do,
If it
gonna
do,
be for 2 years and it go right back.
yeah, and if it does go down, it's not going down everywhere.
Right.
It's just where you are. So
Now you got to move.
economics make people move, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, like this. You remember reading about the Great Migration? It's like when people in the South moved out of the South and they just went to work in the factories up north because the industry was different, because the South had all the resources, but all the factories and the production was in another part of the world.
Right.
So if you wanted to have a better quality of life, get paid more, you could consider moving because that's part of it. You know what I'm saying? Economics controls the migration of things.
You got to do what's best for you and your family. Like what we talked about is you can't be fearful. You can't want something and be fearful. You got to go out there. Okay, this is what I want. All right. And how do I go about getting it? And then go off and set your journey and go make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, anybody can tell you, I want this, and then they just sit on the couch and watch TV all day. Don't do a damn thing. Ain't no money coming in, there's money going out. So with that's undisciplined because you ain't even at least open a laptop. You ain't read nothing. You ain't look at a video. You ain't really like.
You ain't educating yourself. You're not consuming.
You're not consuming enough. Go ahead and make that plan work. Or it can work. It's just going to be prolonged because of your, the lack of. So, again, we got to have discipline.
Man, I'm telling you, like, there's no conversation worth having that discipline is not part of it.
Yeah. And again, I got to say this. If y'all listening, I got some older people in your life. Y'all need to go ahead and get that life insurance together. You keep on preaching that. Y'all go ahead and get your life insurance on your mama and your daddy so y'all can grieve and not be worried about no financial situation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many cupcakes you gonna goddamn bake for this GoFundMe to get whatever you need to get. This is real life, and like I said before, don't nobody care because my mom been gone. So another person, they lost their mom, and now it's your turn to lose your mom, and you feel like we need to come together. No. Get your stuff together.
That's you still got to fix your situation.
Yes.
Whether they stayed here or not.
Yeah.
There's no comfort. You don't find comfort on somebody else's resources. You know what I'm saying? On somebody else's grief.
Yeah.
That's not the time to fix yours.
Right.
You got to fix yours whether that person's here or not.
Mm-hmm.
And if that, require, all of us got to downsize.
Yeah.
All of us have to downsize from the expectations of what we had before, because were those expectations pivoted off of somebody else being part of the mix, or were they completely pivoted off of you?
Right. You don't have your life insurance, and then let's say your daddy or your mama leave you something, but you don't have the knowledge of.
You gonna mess it up.
Taxes, they're gonna take your house.
They're gonna take your house.
You know what I'm saying? You got the life insurance policy, but you ain't paid what you needed to pay. Now you got the money, you ran through it, and you don't got no house, and your mama gone. Like damn. Damn.
Because you practiced.
Because
you wasn't disciplined. Because you was practicing being undisciplined. Like you don't even understand. Like when you are not focused on discipline, you are practicing being undisciplined.
Yeah.
It's
definitely gotta be a conscious effort.
It's a conscious effort.
Definitely gotta be
like whether and like you may not want to accept that it's a conscious effort. But it is. Once you hear it, and then you still opt to go do what you want to do. And you can't unhear what you just heard. And it made sense. And it didn't cost you no money.
and you got free game.
When you become aware, you are no longer operating unconsciously. Because that's why they say if you know better, you'll do better. So now when you do better, you doing better comes from choosing better.
Yeah.
And sometimes choosing better is not necessarily doing something different. Sometimes doing something different is not doing anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not doing that thing.
Right.
And it's a gradual step down from all the things that used to entertain you. It takes time, like, because we don't understand how addictive it is to move around in the world unconsciously. Because anything can be an addiction, right? You got people with sex addictions, you got people with drug addictions, you got people with like, you name it.
Anything with too much.
Anything that's too much is considered addiction, right? But like, at what point is moving in the world consciously unconscious, when you're undisciplined? That's what being undisciplined is. Consciously unconscious. You know better and you still choosing, to do what you want to do. You got free will, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. It's all on you.
And but is your choice in life an undisciplined decision or a disciplined decision? Now, when you got to be honest with yourself on that does something to you.
Mm-hmm.
That lets you know, you either around the wrong people, doing the wrong thing, eating the wrong, spending your time, mismanaging your time. All of us mismanage time. Mm-hmm. We don't do it intentionally, Sometimes we just don't know what to do with the time.
Right.
And if you ain't getting no education, like you was talking about before, that's the worst thing you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if you don't know what to do, sit still and then put some good information in your life. Reinforce the things you know how to do. Put more energy into the things you know how to do, and you'll stop giving your time to the things that you shouldn't be doing.
Right. Focus more.
Yeah. Hold on now. What we got right here? Taylor, this is a good morning message I came across. Y'all gonna be on every morning or just Wednesday morning? Just Wednesday mornings for this pod. But I will be back on this evening with my boy Antoine for the Code Talk evening show. And we have various topics over there as well. But like this, the morning conversation is just about, clearing out the expectations that most people have, So I appreciate you tuning in, Taylor. Appreciate that. Let's see here. I'm here. Let me see here. Mr. Wayback. I'm here listening now because I listen to myself too much. I need a voice of reason outside of my own, because when I'm working, when I'm wrong, it's hard to tell myself that I'm wrong. Yep.
Yeah, you gotta be honest.
You gotta be honest. Stop lying to yourself.
Lying to yourself, man. I fucked up.
Yeah.
I fucked up, and to me, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like, go ahead. Yeah, exactly. Like,
you apologize to everybody else but yourself. You gotta love yourself.
That right there. Like, when you say you listen to yourself too much, I interpret that as you living in your feelings. You're using your feelings to make decisions, and because when you think too much, it's because you have doubts.
Yeah.
When you just do, and it comes from a disciplined place, you don't second guess yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You don't second guess yourself when you move righteously in life. You know what I'm saying? You trying to make the right. Everybody's trying to make the decision between right and righteousness.
Mm-hmm.
You can be right, but at what cost? You know what I'm saying? Being right is, like, it's pivoted off of ego, right? But being righteous is like pivoted off of a disciplined mindset. Because you can be undisciplined, right? You can be an undisciplined person, but if you're doing something to just prove that you're right from an undisciplined place, that ain't nothing but your ego, making the decisions. The disciplined mindset is going to make a righteous decision, when it sits back and it weighs probabilities, possibilities, the
Mhm.
person, the variables that it can't control, the second and third order effects. All of us have made hasty decisions before, you know what I'm saying? But how many times have you made a hasty decision out of 10? Out of 10 hasty decisions you made, how many of them were successful, and how often did you have to make a hasty decision? Then after a while, you're gonna have to sit back and say, why do I keep putting myself in situations where I gotta make hasty decisions?
Yeah.
Because at some point,
You just a habitual hasty
decision
decision.
maker, and then that's when you start hearing people regurgitate how many times they've been the victim to somebody else that they tried to help, but you ain't no business trying to help that person. They ain't helped themselves yet.
Well, you got it though. Shit, just start loving yourself enough to tell yourself when you're right or wrong.
Yeah, say you need help.
Mm-hmm.
Say you need, you know what I'm saying, some assistance. And then here's the other part too. A lot of people be in situations because they ain't willing to pay nobody to help them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I want real quick. Like,
What's up?
We can in the black community, we feel like, okay, I'm a mechanic,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody I know want 50% off of me fixing their car,
Right?
Because they know me.
Mm-hmm.
Where we got to stop that.
Yeah.
You're gonna have my lights off before I even get started.
Yeah, you gotta pay people for their talent.
Then you'll go to a consultant agency to pay for some information, but your homeboy can have the same information and you don't want to pay him.
And think you're entitled to it. And you heard it before. We was in the car, phone ring. Hey, Vic, can you tell me about this real estate stuff or whatever it might be? Yeah, when you book a consultation.
Yeah.
Because like, you see the value, you know where to go get the answer from,
Yeah.
but you're just trying to get it for cheap.
Right.
I'm not your Google search engine.
Right.
No. Like, this conversation is supposed to bring the people that care about solving problems to the discussion. The people that care more about doubt, conflict, and just being disagreeable, you can't help them. I don't even have a problem with them people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't live in that zone. You know what I'm saying? No, and most of those people second guess themselves so much that they go out into the world and only do anything but put their doubt on other people. They want to be contradictory.
Yeah, they project.
They project, like, all those people that can read something and it makes sense, line by line. Even when you say it back out to yourself, well, what about you're the problem? You're your own problem.
You keep on finding the problem to my solution.
Yeah, that exactly. And every time you try to repeat it or restructure the doubt, you're restructuring doubt.
Yeah, they planting doubt seeds.
You're planting you're sowing and planting your own crop of doubt. Mm-hmm. Every time you listen to yourself too much,
big tree of doubt.
Yeah, so you're at war with self. So don't second guess yourself and move forward in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still got to make a decision. Because if you're going to sit back and second guess yourself that much, nobody's information is going to meet your approval. If you you can't even accept your own.
You don't even know.
If you live in self-doubt, nobody can help you.
Yeah, if you're overthinking, can't nobody help you.
Nobody help you if you're overthinking.
You can't rationalize that.
No. Because you're not even in a space where you can ask for help. Because you're gonna waste somebody else's time, because you're wasting your own time.
Yeah. You're wasting time.
Like, think about it, right? When you think about the great ideas that you've had, somebody asks you, Brad, what's up, man? Hey, I got this idea. I think I want to run it by you. And then when I'm listening to what you're telling me, then you're doubting me. You know what I'm saying? And well, not doubting me. You said
doubting yourself.
I'm doubting myself.
Yeah.
But I'm asking you what you think about this idea, and then you tell me all of the things I should probably be looking out for. Mm-hmm. And then I'm letting then I get defensive because I thought my plan was perfect.
Right. Right, got some holes in it.
I got holes in it. You trying to help me with?
I'm trying to help you though.
And
Yeah.
and then
And now you defensive.
and now I'm defensive. You know what I'm saying?
So, sir, can I ask you this?
What's up?
How can I help you? Like, how can I for real?
Yeah.
Like, do you want my help?
Do you want my help?
Do
you want somebody to cry to? You are more invested in wasting somebody else's time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you want my help?
You wasting your own time.
Or do you just want to vent? Because you can just say that.
That's too, like.
Just say that.
Bro.
Like, look, bro, I don't want no advice or nothing. I just got to get this shit off my chest. Say that. Then, because, matter of fact, when you say that, make sure you call the right person to vent to. Because if you call somebody that's solution-based, it's going to be an argument, because now you're not trying to listen to what I got to say. And you ain't receiving it because I ain't asked you for that. I just want to vent, and it's going to be a war.
Yeah. Like,
and you might need to just hang up and call somebody up.
Man, look.
Let's not do this again.
Solutions only. Like, and that's part of the reason why, like, I think my phone doesn't ring.
Yeah.
Because I know a bunch of people. You know a bunch of people. They, when it's problems and you can share problems.
Oh, it's drama, man. Your phone gonna ring out the hook.
If it's somebody else's business.
If you worrying about who got the Jordans or some fucking clothes.
Something stupid.
Or who did what to who. Or did you hear about the cat? What? I don't care about that. I got too much shit that I'm trying to do for the world, and the betterment of the world, before I leave this earth. Then I need to be worried about somebody else's bullshit.
Yeah, look.
Y'all wrapped up in that, and y'all don't even know Trump just won out. He got the white hat, not the red hat on.
It's kind of.
This dude about to be a damn convicted felon.
Death row.
Come on, man.
Yeah, look, Trump night.
Y'all worrying about the wrong thing. You got people in what? Mississippi got 600, damn near 700 bodies
behind a prison.
No, it's a police station.
Oh, it's a police station.
They got that shit behind a police station, and they got a book written down the name, the gender, the race, all this, the birth, like all this, man. They got a
record.
They got a record, man, because it's supposed to be like a graveyard, but it's more like
a dump site.
Yeah, it's more like they instead of 6 feet, man. I got 2-3 feet in me, and just go ahead and throw them in here.
Yeah.
What's his name? Okay. And then we're gonna throw the dirt. And then we're gonna do that 699 more times.
Man, look.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that is going on. Y'all worrying about who did what and who shot who, or who baby mama slept with, and I don't care about all of that. Like, what is that gonna do for me?
All of that is just undisciplined. Now, the discipline side of it is that being aware of it.
Yeah. And not even engaging in it.
And not engaging in it. And if you do discuss it, you're having a different discussion about it.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like you brought up the Cat Williams interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can get into the details about how he feels about each individual person that he had an opinion about. Mm-hmm. And you could feel like, oh, he gossiping. You could feel like he being messed. But those are his experiences. Mm-hmm. The reality is that people think that they can treat people any kind of way without expecting any type of return on the internet. That's the lesson.
Let me ask you this real quick.
What's up?
If Cat Williams was Terry Crews size, do you think they'd be playing with his top like that?
Come on now. You know the answer. You know the answer. That's the thing. It's like nobody likes the imagery of it because on one scale, he is his size and stature makes other people feel like they're superior to him. Right. But he goes out and he proves himself to himself. Mm-hmm. So now when he talks about what he did, it sounds like he bragging
to the wrong people.
Yeah. To the people that didn't want to see him be successful. Right. You know, and people have a problem with folks giving themselves their own flowers. If you ain't gonna give me my flowers, then I'm going to make myself available to get the flowers from the people that I care about.
This is just a reminder of all the things I accomplished since we want to talk. If we're going to talk, I'm going to talk about myself and what I done did.
Because you talking about me anyway. If you talking about me anyway, what's the problem with me talking about me?
Yeah, let's talk about it the right way. Like,
yeah,
you come to the horse.
I'm part of your narrative already.
Right.
Let me help. Let me correct. Let me give you some information that'll help you have a better conversation about me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me do that, because part of the distortion that we have about people is that we operate off of people try to perceive one another based on the gossip that they heard.
Yeah, without even taking the time.
Without having no connection to the person, don't know anything about them, right? Other than what you got access to. And most of the times people only have access to information they heard somebody else say, you know. But when that person finally speaks, you have to accept everything that comes out of their mouth the same way you accepted the gossip that you heard, you know what I'm saying, about that same person. Mm-hmm. How that comes back to you individually is that you got to be careful of how you handle people.
Yeah.
And you got to be mindful of how people try to handle you.
Right.
Because Cat's experience that he was talking about is his individual experience. And it sounds like he might be flexing to people. Mm-hmm. But look at the industry he in. It's all about flexing. It's you can't be
but I don't know if
it ain't necessarily flexing.
No, but I don't even know how someone can. I got to understand that, okay, he's flexing, or I think he's flexing. I got that part.
Yeah.
And then he says the same thing about himself, and he's telling the truth. But to someone that's, I guess, not on his level, or jealous, or anything negative toward that, I'm going to say undisciplined on their craft and on their comedian roles and what they got going on, it's real easy to just, try to put like a little chink in the armor, like.
Yeah, like all of the people that have an opinion about him defending himself.
Yeah, because I don't know if he said it.
He didn't get up there crying.
No, but I ain't think that he said anything about anybody in like a
malicious way.
Yeah, that's the confusing part, because I can see like all his shit trash. Don't even go by. Nah, he didn't say that.
No,
but people somehow, some way, that's what they heard. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the spectrum of comedy, entertainment, or whatever, I look at it like wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, it's competitive.
It's competitive. It's a lot of it is fake competition too.
Right. And we could be,
and that's why I say it's like wrestling.
Falling for the shit and boosting someone else.
Yeah, we can change.
But what if I was Kevin Hart or anybody else? This is prime time not to just go do an interview, but prove him wrong and put this out, or don't even say nothing, because even if you act or respond on it, he's right.
He's right.
Yeah,
because that's the whole point.
Yeah.
It's about leverage.
Yeah,
you gonna talk about me anyway.
Yeah,
you don't like me anyway. Mm-hmm. I might as well tell the truth.
Yeah,
I might as well tell my experience and let other people decide if it's the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is what happened to me. This is my side of the story.
Look, I remember like early on in the Facebook Chronicle days when people was arguing about religion, and I'm sure this still probably goes on, but like as far as like my timeline in the community I've been able to establish or whatever, a lot of them, they used to love saying Vic's an atheist. And I'm like, I said, yeah, you're right.
Where did that come from?
They said it.
Well, how do they get it?
Because my train of thought ain't the same as theirs. Mm. So they box me in with their train of thought. So whatever you say I am, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be just like the Eminem song. What is that? Whatever I am whatever you say I am.
I am, yeah.
So same concept. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, cool. I'll be that.
I'm like, damn.
So
well, if that's the case, I never really heard you speak about religion or anything like that. So how the hell they get atheists? There's a whole lot of other things out there.
It's a whole lot of things out there. You know what I'm saying? And like even in my first book, I said I was a non-believer, but a non-believer in what? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? I just give them. I will play in your world,
right.
Because it's not my job to go prove to you who I am.
Who I am. Yeah. You don't care. I mean, you don't mean that much to me to even try to defend or whatever.
Yeah. So whatever you say I am, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
What else you got?
That's why I got a lot of appreciation for the way Cat Williams approached. You know what I'm saying?
Broke the internet.
He broke it.
Damn.
He broke it. And the thing is, he didn't break it with no foolishness. He didn't break it with. He wasn't dancing.
Nah, he broke it with a purpose.
He did it. He did it over some yak.
Yeah.
So, like other people's. That's proof again. Yet other people's interpretations of you ain't nothing but free promotion.
Right.
Now, everybody that's in the same elite comedic space, he's really drawn the lines about where he sits and where everybody else sits. And then when you start seeing the other people having the same opinions about Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, you know what I'm saying? Anybody else that's in that space, then you got to kind of look at it like,
yeah, who telling the truth?
Who telling the truth? You know what I'm saying? And it don't come back to Cat in a negative way. Right. It just said, oh, look, he just talked about his individual experience. Just like when victims of assault come forward, like, oh yeah, he did this to me too. Then they go back 40 years, and you know what I'm saying, everybody got this individual experience with this one person that did the same thing. Yeah. It is literally the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. So he's talking about who violated his trust, who violated, you know what I'm saying, who violated his boundaries. Right. And how he overcame being violated, you know what I'm saying? Because respect is the same, like self-respect, dignity, and character are very important in general. It's even more important when it's tied to your livelihood. Mm-hmm. So you can't play with other people's name. Most people can't put a brand together and wear their own name. That's one thing I can give, you know, like an appreciation to the military about. Like, you got to wear your name. Like when you known for something, good, bad, or different, when they say your name, because they saw it. Because everybody's a uniform.
There you go, right there.
You got to do something special, or be valuable for somebody to be like,
come up to the front. Let me
give
you a flag.
Because without doing anything, you're just a uniform. You have to earn your spot. Yeah. And that man did that work that made him earn his spot. You know what I'm saying? So much so that the conversation is about how he handled himself. We ain't talking about, I don't know the details. I don't care about the details that led to what he was discussing, but we're talking about when you defend yourself.
Well, the details was these people who came to that to Uncle Shay podcast, mm-hmm. and was saying some things. Yeah. Now, we might not know this because we're just a consumer. However, it's backstage presence. There's a lot of different things that we don't know. So this is one side of the story that we get. So he's like, hey, I'm tired of hearing this, and this.
He's been tired of hearing the one side.
So I'm going to go ahead and go here, and I'm going to clear the air on this. Because it's about me. I don't got nothing to sell. I'm just, look, keep my name out your mouth. If you're going to do something or say anything,
tell the truth.
Why it can't be the truth? So
yeah, keep my name out your mouth. That's what it, look. The other folks weren't minding their business.
They were minding his business.
They were minding his business. Yeah.
I mean, that's why he came up there.
Yeah.
He didn't come up there being a bully. He was just trying to protect his shit.
Yeah. Because like your name is your name, man. Like, and if you won't defend it, somebody else own your name.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you won't protect it, somebody else gonna own it.
Yeah.
Because they see the value in it. Because that's why they saying it. Whether they like you or not.
Right.
Whether they like you or not. Like, how many times have you seen some, like, social media has made that more apparent too. You know what I'm saying? It's given that value to this discussion even more because everything you post online has got your name. You know what I'm saying? You got to be mindful of what you're communicating. You know what I'm saying? When you're saying something, yeah, it could be completely, like true, but depending on who you're talking to, it's not going to be received the way that you want it to be received. Yeah. And people pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? When the truth matters. So it makes more sense to have a conversation that's just plain. Very plain. And when you discipline and you're having plain conversation, you are more likely to encounter less situations that have problems that you can't deal with because you ain't overextended yourself. You stayed in your lane. You know what I'm saying? These conversations, that end up on the negative side of stuff is because people couldn't mind their business. This is what that, like, Cat Williams' interview was the product of, when somebody can't keep their name, can't keep the right name out of their mouth. Talk about you.
I'm saying Cat Williams' definition of fuck around and find out was a person.
Yep.
Yeah, good. I mean, because he's standing on his business, making money, taking care of kids. He don't be out there doing no foolishness. And then they try to take him down because they already see that I didn't expect him to get this far.
He wasn't part of the establishment.
Yeah, how he get in there? He done broke the code over there.
Yep. And look, you got to bet on yourself. When I think about it, man, there was so many people that was just disrespectful to him. You know what I'm saying? When you go back to that radio interview, he had to roast that chick.
The chick did that.
Yeah.
The chick did that.
She did that to herself.
The chick did that.
Like, I don't know why people feel so comfortable with just disrespecting people direct in their face, even if you invite them as a guest. You know what I'm saying? To talk to them.
Did you know that he said on another podcast that situation, like the husband tried to...
It escalated, yeah.
It went left.
Like
how the husband gonna protect the... Like, see, I ain't that type of husband. You ain't finna just talk crazy to a man and then you want me to clean up your mess.
Stay in your lane.
Because you was disrespectful. And the thing that you wrong.
You wrong.
And I'm not gonna go to jail because you wrong.
Mm-hmm.
and that ain't right. Like, you shouldn't even put me in this situation.
You put me in a situation.
You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be the protector, but you finessing how it's being portrayed. Like, you're the victim.
You ain't the victim.
This guy, you talk to this guy. The guy say, "Hey, all right, don't talk about this, and that." Okay, cool. We ain't gonna talk about it. Then when we get on air, you want to switch it up to make me look like I'm crazy. And then when I go back at you, because I'm a comedian, I'm a professional,
I'm gonna treat you how you act.
Yeah, and then now you don't like it. Now you're gonna get your husband on. You trying to trick me off my spot?
Yeah.
Because if I shoot you and him, then I'm crazy.
I'm crazy. I'm crazy because I gotta defend myself. And yeah. Nah, man. You put me in a situation.
Y'all trying to put some harm on me, not verbal. No, y'all trying to get physical. A whole altercation got to come about.
You're disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? You when you invest in being disrespectful, you know what I'm saying, to people, you're in effect just not minding your business.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it ain't no other way around it. Like, when it comes down to it, you just being disrespectful, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why it's so much harder for people to mind their business, and I think social media has contributed to it, but I think in general most people have always never really minded their business. I think we social media, and I always use this analogy too. I think social media is it's the adult table, and sometimes you got kids sitting at the adult table thinking that they got something positive to contribute.
Yeah, you're right. It just kind of gave people without a voice, without no motion, without anything. I'm gonna go ahead and put this out.
Yeah, because
I'll be tired of seeing, like, if you're a woman and you don't look like how you look like on camera, and how you wake up is something totally different. I don't think like everybody should be able to put all their stuff on
you have
the social media. Like, you're not a woman.
Anybody.
Even the guys with the man purse, the tight jeans that want to be a bad bitch. Even those guys. If you take more, you got Photoshop and you edit in your pictures and all this, like, where is the line? It got to stop,
man.
Like,
I'm in agreement.
You can't do that. Like, celebrity got the celebrity status because they accomplished something,
regardless of how they look.
Regardless, they could be ugly, but they accomplished something. Now, I'm not saying that you ain't accomplished nothing, but you're not going to get the same.
What does it look like?
Yeah, you're not going to get the same treatment as somebody that already accomplished something with fans and this, that, and the third. You're just going to. It kind of look like, I don't know, man. It's like you're looking for something. You're missing something. Something just ain't there. I feel like it got to stop. You're a real individual, but everything about you is not yours. Like, how can you be real?
Yeah, because
you can't be real.
I think men in general will always have a problem with misrepresentation of just who you are.
Yeah,
like
if you got 36 inches and you looking scrumptious, I'm attracted to that.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you wake up, you got 2 inches, you ain't got nothing going on for yourself, then I'm not attracted to that. So you got to kind of stop that, because you can get yourself jammed up.
And a lot of men, not even a lot of men, a lot of people that would probably think that what you're saying is you being a hater or something to that effect, right? They don't get it. The nature of why men have a problem with the misrepresentation is that men get up every day and they only have one choice: take a shower, wash yourself up, and if you ugly, you got to go outside. If you fat, you got to go outside and be who you can't fake, you know what I'm saying, skinny. You either are slim and skinny or you're not.
Right.
You can't. What if we were just photoshopping beards?
I mean,
I'm not.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like we can't do that.
You attracted to a man with beard, and I just ripped my shit off and just Velcro that shit.
Yeah.
Put it in my pocket.
And
how would you feel?
And somebody would listen to that, say, and probably think, and default to the new narrative of you being sassy. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can say
whatever you want to say. I don't care but the thing, what I'm saying is still real. What you are co-signing is not real. It's not reality.
Right.
Like, if you can't.
And I'm only saying that not from a place of.
It ain't got nothing to do with relationship stuff, hate, or nothing like that.
It's more so. All right, a lot of real quick, because a lot of people in this relationship, this social media world, is kind of looking for love in all the wrong places, right? So what I'm saying is, if you don't like these things about yourself and you try to find different ways to cover it up, how can you find a man that's going to accept you for who you are and you have an identity crisis? You ain't even accept yourself. If you look like a baby bird when you wake up, then just look like a baby bird. Like, it's okay. Somebody going to like that. You're a sexy baby bird. You're a beautiful baby bird.
Yeah.
But then don't look like you a motherfucking tiger, but you really look like a baby bird. You got stripes on. You got that is not realistic.
Yeah,
like you gotta go out there and be the best you. You can accent a little bit, but you got the whole kit that it don't belong to you. But you can't find a man, or same thing with the guy. The guy can't find a woman because he out there lying. This ain't even your car, brother.
No.
This your homeboy car.
Yeah.
This
stop.
These ain't your outfit. You done took that outfit back. Like this ain't nothing. Which you don't got no motion. You don't got no money. No nothing. Like don't do it because then you gonna run into a whole lot of disaster and shit because everybody you looking for something that's real in a fake world and they gonna give you what you looking for, something fake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
they gonna give you what you looking for.
You asked for that. You know what I'm saying? So, which I'm finna put this post that I wrote the other day, right? This is like my reheated French fries entry. It just kind of hit me or whatever because what you were saying is just so on point. I'm gonna read this. This is optimism versus realism. It's if you don't know what you want, then how can anyone believe that you know who you are? You know what you deserve, but you can only afford to accept what you qualify for. The common denominator is you. Do you want the responsibility of producing the outcome, or do you want the person with the skills to produce the outcome? Read that again. What you allow is your value. More people are settled for than earned. Average people still have to be earned. Below average people are settled for. You don't deserve anything that you can't attract without compromising your dignity. If you have to use your body more than your brain, then someone settled for you. Even animals have sexual discernment and choose their mates selectively. Sexual prowess and outward appearance doesn't replace your mindset. It's an indicator of your level of your situational awareness and your instincts. Vanity has limited spending power. Eventually, substance will be required to progress to the next levels of life. You will have to provide more value than aesthetics. You will need access for progress. You cannot gain access without an identity. When someone asks, who are you? What will you show them? What terms will you be embraced by? Will they know you for your community sexual favors? Or will they know you for your networking and professionalism? How you see yourself is not your value. Your value is based on what people contact you for. Nobody calls KFC to order a pizza. Nobody goes to Panda Express for a burger. You are what you do for others, no matter how you see yourself. What you see is potential. What others see is your usefulness. Placing undisciplined optimism above realism is the recipe of self-deceit. Your value may be placed on hope. This is how negative people gain access to you. If you are undisciplined, then you are uncovered. If you are undisciplined, then you are unknown by others and unembraced. Who are you? That's unaccountable masculinity, So
you just gotta find out who you are and accept who you are and love yourself. Like everybody trying to compete to be someone else that they see on TV or somebody else that don't give a fuck about them. Like we making all these rich people rich. Them rich people ain't never goddamn send you a postcard or a happy birthday or anything. You don't even know these people. Like we idolizing the wrong shit. We gotta idolize that celebrity that's in you, not the motherfucker that's on TV. That's all I'm saying. Just whatever you got. If God ain't give everybody no fat ass. So just make sure them little cheeks is greased up. You feel me? Make sure they look presentable. You know what I mean? And make sure you find somebody that's gonna love them little cheeks.
Little cheeks need love too.
They need it. You feel me? I mean, put a little accent on. You don't got no lashes. Get you some lashes. If you need a little help, go ahead and do whatever you need to do. But don't transform your whole body. Like on the left side is the before, on the right side is after, and then you don't even see no resemblance. Then damn, you got a whole costume on.
Man, look, it's you, man. That costume is crazy, man.
And then you be mad because you can't find no real people because you got the damn avatar on. So just gonna attract other avatars.
Yeah. You are gonna attract what you project.
Yeah.
And you might feel
you just got your hair done and you turn around showing your ass, but you saying that all these guys want to sexualize you. Of course, you showing your ass every time. Who don't want to hit?
Who are you?
Yeah.
And people are gonna behave in a way to find out how to engage you, the presentation of you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always saying, you know, like, oh, they sent their representative. You sent yours too. You dressed as your representative. So they're gonna treat you like a representative. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
So, hey man, it's a great show this morning.
For sure.
And hey, to all the people that have tuned in, you know, I want to make sure that we highlight the stuff that we need to highlight and support each other. With that being said, you know, it's cold out. What messages would you like for our audience to, you know what I'm saying?
I would say love yourself, man. That's all I got to say is love yourself and love other people, but start with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Love yourself, tell yourself the truth, tell you when you're right, tell you when you're wrong, and be open to change because everything that you want is on the other side of fear. So don't be fear. Don't have a whole lot of fear in your heart. Just have a lot of faith and just know everything gonna be all right. God bless, and y'all take care.
Yeah, and what you're watching right here is you know what I'm saying, my boy's service to the community with SLP. You know.
Yeah, and the Instagram, man, link in the bio.
Yeah.
I need my website is getting put together now. I'm about to go feed the more homeless people probably on the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
On the 1st, I'll be in Austin, Temple, and Killeen. Later on, maybe next month, probably be in Dallas and Houston, San Antonio. But I'll let y'all know when the train or when SLP go on tour.
Yeah.
Coming to a city near you, trying to help out the community. If y'all want to be a part of it, definitely just hit me up. We can go from there.
Word. Man, and for those of y'all that, you know what I'm saying, that might be interested in the merch, you see the hoodie, you know what I'm saying, it's really warm too, you know, nice material. This is my website right here. You guys go check it out and put your order in, get yours today, you know what I'm saying, and it'll be spring soon, so I'm gonna start marketing some of that stuff as well. But you know, hey man, the quality of this material, you can't beat it, you know. So shop with Accountable Masculinity. Check out the website, and you know what I'm saying, and leave some feedback. And you know, be good to your neighbors, man. Be good to your neighbors.
Man, start with yourself.
Start with yourself.
Start with yourself.
Be a good neighbor first.
Yeah.
Be a good
person.
Be a good person.
Then you can be a good neighbor.
If
you shitty to yourself, I don't know what you're gonna do with the neighbor.
Man, real talk. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't have the same perception of self. You know, so and that's about what you put in the world.
Right.
And with that being said, we out.
Make sure you subscribe on all platforms and hit the like button and follow. Please leave your feedback in the comments. Make sure you hit up the super chat, leave a donation to support the platform. Yo chick make you mad, my chick make me a sandwich. Yo chick make you mad, my chick make me a sandwich. Go cop the shirt, visit the merch store, shop with Accountable Masculinity, and support the platform. Men have hope.